Yesterday we had Saturday Satsang. You saw it? It was a good group, Italian devotees. They had a lot of nice questions. 1 hour. It was pretty inspiring. Here comes a little Manjari. Radha Manjari. Wait, there's Krishna's here? Acha. Get a mat, put it under a tree, and lock him up over there. Tie him up with a rope.
And put a bell on.
He goes in ecstasy when he sees old friends, old soulmates. Any net questions? Mrs. Anna, do you have any questions?
Yes, I got one.
Okay, good. Let's hear it.
So, is it possible to commit aparad in Manasi Seva?
That's an interesting question. That's a very interesting question. Is it possible to make aparad and manasi seva? That's interesting. I never read any discussion. I never heard any discussion from my guru on this subject or read about this. But I'm thinking about it. I would have to say the answer is no, it's not possible to make any aparad and manasi seva. Because manasi seva is done in your siddha deha, the spiritual body. The spiritual body is perfect. There's no imperfection in the siddha deha. That's why it's called siddha. Siddha means perfect. This body is not siddha. It's got so many imperfections, as we all know, limitations and imperfections of this material body. So, and because the material body is operating on our prarabdha karma, and our prarabdha karma, there's so much influence to the modes of nature. In the siddha deha, there's no influence to modes of nature. So there's no modes of nature acting on the siddha deha. So there's no room for aparads, because aparads are influence of Maya, which is the modes of nature. The meditative world is, you're meditating on the spiritual reality in a spiritual body, doing spiritual seva to the spiritual object, Radha and Krishna. So there's no gunas there, there's no materiality there. So there's no opportunity. Sorry for that. That's one aparad-free zone. You come out of meditation and watch out. The aparads start flying left, right, and center. Because the modes take over and take us for a ride, you know. I'm big, I'm small. You're small, I'm big. I'm good, you're bad. You know, I'm right, you're wrong. You know, it's usually same old, same old. Siddha deha is siddha. That's where we want to be. Like one of the apparatus of the material body is to pass air in front of the deities. It's mentioned in Bhakti Sweet Sindhu. I didn't make it up. So Siddha deha, don't have to worry about that. That doesn't occur to me. Okay, right. Good question. What are you gonna do? No question here. Okay, well.
I heard that Srila Prabhupada did not directly give Diksha. The Guru also recited the Gayatri Mantra to me by phone, but I felt her influence.
What?
This is
So what's the question? So that's good, that's a nice report. What's the question? Good, all glories to you, okay.
She's telling.
My guru gives like the initiation like that if it doesn't work. She says.
But why, if Guru knows about it, gives it this way, if it doesn't work? Thank you. Why Guru gives Diksha by
Telephone.
phone, by recording?
The question is, some devotee got initiation by phone. Why the Guru did that? Or?
Yeah, why if it doesn't work, why Guru?
Well, this is a different age now. It's a modern age. The problem is, you have to understand things from a very high perspective. That some people, I know, I've never done this, but I know gurus have done this. And so usually people want a value judgment on everything, good or bad. But when we're talking about transcendental subjects like Shishya and Guru and Krishna Mantra Diksha, the good and bad don't work over here. This is a lokic vichar. This is a transcendental consideration. For example, I know some devotees in Chile. Chile is a very far away place. And they fell in love with the lectures and videos and audios and everything of a guru from Navadvip, a sannyasi from Navadvip, a very advanced devotee, a Brahmin from birth. And they called up Guru Maharaj and their Guru Maharaj. They said, we want Diksha, but you don't leave Navadvip, and we don't have any money, we're poor. I don't think in this life we'll ever have any money. It costs a lot of money to fly from Chile to India. A lot of money, like $10,000 or something like that. And these are poor people, but they're pure, good-hearted people, devotee people. So what to do? So he thought about it for a few weeks, and he decided to give them Diksha by telephone. So when Hari Bhakti Vilas describes the rules for Diksha, it gives very particular rules, gives the qualification of the disciple who is qualified to receive Diksha, then it gives the qualification of two different kinds of gurus, then it gives specific instructions, when is the time, place to it, when is it, how to initiate, where, what time, what month, what day, and where, and everything is told there. But after saying all those things, there's one verse that says, but there's all these rules, but there's an exception to the rule. That a guru, a qualified guru can initiate a qualified disciple anytime he or she wants, anywhere, anytime, in any way. So, because what actually works here, if the guru is accepting a disciple, and the disciple accepts this arrangement, then Krishna will make it work. Because behind Guru is Krishna. If Guru is not Krishna, then nothing. What's going on here? Guru is not a magic man doing a magic show. Guru is carrying the mercy of Krishna. So, he looks like a human being. Even the verses that talk about Guru, they say don't see him as a human being. He's God, but he's also human. So don't see the human aspect. See the God. Concentrate on the godly aspect, the wisdom, the love, the compassion, the connection. The Guru is the connecting point. If you have a point, you plug in your light, you get light. If you don't have a plug, you can't get light. So you want to get connected to the light of God, you need a connecting point. The connecting point is Guru. The light's coming from from sun planets, the origin of light. So the sun is Krishna Surya Sama Maya Andhakar. Krishna is a bright sunshine. The Guru is carrying the light of God. So that person who asks a question, I got initiated by telephone, one should have faith in that, have faith in Krishna. If you get initiated by telephone, you get initiated by a CD or by a tape or whatever, it works. So many people are doing like that. It has to work because this is the way it is. This is the mercy, this is the age of Audarya, generosity. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came 500 years ago to initiate a wave of mercy for the whole world. Every town and village we should hear the name Jaya Sachinandan, Jaya Sachinandan. So hearing the name means getting Diksha ultimately. So Lord Chaitanya is basically saying, in Chaitanya Bhagavad, he says, my name, Jaya Sachinandan, will be heard in every town and village. That's another way of saying everybody in the world will get Diksha somehow, some way or other. So it's happening now. Internet Diksha. It's not standard, it's not traditional, but it's acceptable, and it's going on. Many types of gurus are giving initiation that way. So we have to respect it and see behind all these transactions. We talk about transactions, it's a common word now. Internet transactions, business transactions. So this is a transcendental transaction between Bhagavan and Jiva. Bhagavan is loving. Bhagavan is called Bhaktivatsal. He loves his devotees. So somebody turns to Bhagavan with devotion and love, then Krishna turns to that person. Bhagavan turns to that person, and he thinks, how can I liberate this person? How can I uplift this person? How can I save this person? So he makes arrangement. It's all an arrangement to get liberated. It's all an expression of God's love, compassion. How can it be wrong? What's the Purva Paksha? Panashi. Purva Paksha means counter-argument. Srila Prabhupada did himself in 1972, he's giving initiation on CD. So can you say that's wrong? No, you can't say it's wrong. We discussed that a couple of weeks ago. It's a transcendental arrangement. What Guru's activities are with disciple, this is transcendental. This is not some material thing. If you think it is, then you're not a disciple, you don't have a guru. As soon as you think the guru is mundane or ordinary person, bhakti stops growing. It's a fact, guru is a mortal person. He gets sick, he gets headache, he goes to the bathroom, this, that. But he's representing God. So the divine aspect is the aspect that's important to a disciple, not the material aspect. So that answers that question? Okay. What else now? Questions? Pretty quiet group here. Yesterday was a pretty lively group. Now everyone's all quiet. They're jumping with questions.
But then Ritvik philosophy comes with, like, if person is not even existing in this world, but there is some CD and it's being played, it's not...
What?
Like, if there is a CD and the person is not alive, means he's not there in the world, he left the world, and then someone may say,
What's the question?
I got Diksha from, like, Purva Paksha you asked. That.
Oh, yeah, Purva Paksha, okay. What is your Purva Paksha? Go ahead. Say your case.
Like, if CD is there and person is not alive, and someone may say that, yeah, I am getting initiation from this I will give initiation from this person through CV. But according to scripture, it has to be personal basis, like one has to be from the person.
Well, what I'm trying to say, there's more question about initiation by CD or by telephone or by voice message, WhatsApp, Twitter, Diksha mantras by Twitter, by Messenger, by whatever the latest thing is. But the Shastras say you should do Atma Samarpan, and there should be Nyas, and there's whole Diksha Vidan, whole ritual of Diksha described in Shastra, which is person to person. The Guru engages the disciple in puja, it's called Ijja. There's Pancha Samskars required for Diksha, one's called Ijja. Ijja means puja. So the Guru engages the disciple in puja. He does Gat Stavana Puja, which means Murti Puja, and the disciple does Guru Puja. That's part of Diksha Vidan, part of the Diksha ceremony. So if there's no person, that can't go on. So this is Shastra. But that's what I'm saying. But this is my idea. I can't say Shastra, but we can say it by logic and also by practical experience. We're seeing that the person can't have a disciple in Chile can't meet a guru personally, the one he wants to take Diksha from. So he gets it by CD or by whatever. So that's not Shastra, but also it's not Shastra. Because Shastra tells you how to do it, but Shastra doesn't say you can't do it another way. No, this is also an argument. Just like, for example, because there's a group called Nitya Guru Radha Java Hari Krishna Ram. They have a very strong argument. They say you can't show me any Shastra basis, you can't show me any Shastra that proves the Lord Chaitanya chanted Hari Krishna mantra and Kirtan. That's their argument. It's strong. Because he chanted Hari Krishna in Java on his fingers. That's described in Chaitanya Astakam by Rupa Goswami. He chanted on his fingers and kept Kati Sutradhara. He had a string hanging from his waist. He tied a knot in the string like you have counter beads with a string. Tie a string, tie a knot. He would chant on the fingers 108 times. Hari Krishna. No, never beads. So Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavad, Chaitanya Mama, there's nowhere in Shastra it says he chanted Hari Krishna and Kirtan. So why don't we guys chant Hari Krishna? So what's the argument? Argument is, it doesn't say in Shastra that he didn't. Because they're saying he didn't chant, but they can't prove that from Shastra. Is that right? They could just prove, the Shastra doesn't say he chant, but the Shastra doesn't say he didn't chant. Come here, eat her out, eat her out. All right, lay on the wall there, be happy. Over there, the wall. Is that right? Is that right? Come sit here over here. I don't have COVID. Hold on. I pray to Krishna, I don't get it. I'll give a class like this. So that's the point. Okay, we're just having a discussion. Some people say that according to Shastra, Diksha is a personal process of guru and disciple. But nowadays, many people are getting initiated by hearing a mantra on a tape or by telephone. because of different circumstances. Is that bona fide? So I was explaining that it's a transcendental arrangement between Bhagavan and the Jiva and the Guru that are doing it that way, so Krishna will back it up and make it work, because it's an expression of Krishna's mercy and love for conditioned souls. Because, for example, if somebody lives in Chile, they live in Chile in South America, they want to come, they have a guru in India, they met online, and they hear his lectures, and they fall in love with him, want to take diksha from this person. But it costs $10,000 for an airline ticket. And they're poor people, they can't come. So what to do? The guru gave him a diksha on telephone. So that was the question was asked. Is this bona fide? I said, it has to be bona fide. So I explained, because the Shastras tell how to give diksha. It's very specific. Time, place, circumstance, puja is done, nyasa is done. Each year there's pancha samskars for diksha. One is mantra, one is name, one is urva panja, tilak, one is back beads, one is echi. Echi means puja. The guru engages in Saiva puja at the time of diksha. These are called pancha samskars. Diksha be done. Proper diksha function. We did all those things, by the way. Neck beads and tilak and everything. So, it's proper function. So someone say, well, this is not Shastra. This is not proper diksha. It's not Shastra, but it's not also not Shastra doesn't say you can't do it that way. It's also a very important argument. Shastra says this way you do it, but it doesn't say you can't do it another way. I cite the example, like there's a group called Nitai Gaurasham, Radharaman Charan. Started about 100 years ago or so, about the time of Siddhanta. And he has a very strong argument, because there's no Shastric proof that Lord Chaitanya chanted Hari Krishna mantra in Kirtan. So why are we doing Kirtan? Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mangal, Chaitanya Bhagavat. These are three sources. There's no shloka in there that says Lord Chaitanya did Harinam Sankirtan Hari Krishna mantra. You say did Harinam, you chant Govinda Gopal Hari Murari, Govinda Gopal Hari Murari. Different mantras are mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavat, but not Hari Krishna mantra in Kirtan. He chanted Hari Krishna mantra on his fingers, and he kept track on a string on his waist called Kati Sutradhara. This phrase is there in a prayer called Chaitanya Astakam by Rupa Goswami. So this is solid proof. So they argue. So they don't chant Hare Krishna mantra in Kirtan. They chant Nitai Gaur Rajasham Japa. They say Nitai Gaur Rajasham, Nitai Gaur Rajasham. Japa Hare Krishna Hare Ram. They don't usually chant that. They only chant Japa Hare Krishna mantra, never in Kirtan. So all our acharyas in Gaudiya Vaisnava, they argue with him. They say, it doesn't say he chanted Hare Krishna mantra in Kirtan, but it doesn't say he didn't chant it either. This argument, it's a solid argument. Because Shastra is specific, they say you do it like this, so it leaves room for doing it another way. Because what we see in tradition, because there's different ways to establish praman, or facts. One is pratyaksha praman, one is anuman praman, one is shabda praman, one is logic, one is sense experience, one is shruti. Shruti, shabda means Veda shruti. Prasthantraya means the shrutis, Upanishads, and Gita. No, Upanishads, Vedanta Sutra, Bhagavad Gita is called Prasthantraya. These are three acceptable Vedic knowledge. Upanishads, Gita, that's why Gita is called Gita Upanishad. There's verses in Gita that are right out of the Upanishads. Sarvatopanipadam tat, what's the verse?
Sarvatopanipadam tat, sarvatokshi siromakam, sarvatashruti loke yavama vrityate.
That's right from Katha Upanishad. It's the verses right out of Katha Upanishad in Gita. Krishna spoke it. So that's that argument about that. Best is to take diksha directly from the Guru. but there's exceptions to the rule. That's also in Shastra, exceptions to the rule. It's called, in Sanskrit it's called abhavad vacha. Abhavad vacha. Abhavad vacha means exceptions to the rule. Abhavad. It's a different vad, another thing to be said. This phrase is used in Bhakti Sandarbha when Jiva Goswami is talking about reasons for rejecting Guru. What? Let me get one first. Questions? Vishnu, Maharaj, Dusty Maharaj. Is this your wife? Hi, right. You're a lucky guy. You got a beautiful wife. Okay, any questions? No questions? You have a question? Go in there. Oh, good.
We heard that in Chaitanya Charitamrita it describes that we heard from Gurus Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was requested personally that Loknath Goswami and Gopal Goswami don't mention our names in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, but why in Sad Goswami Ashtakam we don't have Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's name and Loknath Goswami's? Because everyone knows only 6 Goswamis, but we have 8 Goswamis. So why both are? Because Loknath Goswamis came before, much before also. Why their names are kept hidden? The same reason they are kept hidden, or Srinivasacharya also are not mentioned than 6 Goswamis? Or any prayers, Narottam Das Thakur, nowhere they mention so much about the other 2 Goswamis.
Why Lokanath and Krishna is not mentioned?
Yeah. Why Ashta Goswamis are not written?
I haven't read any reason for that, but generally we see that the 6 Goswamis are emphasized. Because Krishnadas Kaviraj is Asa Sakhi, is Asa Manjari, and Lokanath Goswami is Asa Manjari. So the assumption is that they're Nitya Parishads. But somehow, the 6 Goswamis are Nitya Parishads. They all have Manjari Swarups in the spiritual world. But when Srinivasacharya, when he only glorified the 6 Goswamis. And the 6 Goswamis are recognized across the board in Gaudiya Sampradaya. Lokanath Goswami is not so well known. Krishnadas Kaviraj became well known because of his Govinda Lilamrita and Chaitanya Jyotirmrita. I can't give any answer I read anywhere in Shastra why that is. But as far as bhajan, as far as the traditions come down, we honor the 8 Goswamis. The 7th Goswami is Lokanath Goswami, and the 8th Goswami is Krishnadas Kaviraj. I think so. Lokanath gave us Narottam, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave praying to Narottam. So, Lokanath, they say that Lokanath Swami is initiated by Lord Chaitanya, but no any authorities say that. The only reference we have for Diksha of Lokanath Goswami is Advaita Prakash. It says he took a Diksha from Advaita Prabhu, which is probably more likely. But they don't accept it, they don't recognize that. The Narottam Parivar, Lokanath Parivar, it's usually called Narottam Parivar, they insist that Lord Chaitanya, but every Shastra says Lord Chaitanya didn't give any Diksha. So, okay. Well. Be happy. There's too many other things to worry about and fight about. There's always something funny, Always something to keep you laughing. Yeah, what now? What's going to happen now?
Gurudev, after Diksha, Guru becomes more liberal with disciple. Why like that it happens? Maybe because the disciple should not commit Guru Ravagya like that. It appears he is more loving and more lenient and more. Why like that, Guru? Why it happens like that?
That's a bad thing or what?
For a disciple it is bad only because they might take it for granted.
Take as much as you can get. If somebody's distributing love, you should take as much as you can get. Why are you complaining about too much love and what's wrong with that, man? That's what's missing in the world, man. There's all hatred and envy everywhere. Dog eat dog, they say. No, it's a fact. I see myself. I was taking shiksha from my guru for 30 years. And he was kind of distant. It wasn't so friendly. Friendly, but not so open. Holding a lot of things back. But after I took Diksha, then everything changed. I became like his son, like his grandson or something. He favored me, and it was really... I moved from like a guy in the class to like a family member. I was a guy in the class. I was going to class. I was going to visit him. It was a very official, formal relationship. I asked a question, he'd give me answers. And then when I got initiated, then it was different. He accepted me, and I accepted him, and so I became a family member. I felt like that also. Maybe you had a similar experience, I don't know. It's called mutual acceptance. You accept the Guru in your heart, then the Guru accepts you in your heart, in his heart. That's how it works. Because Diksha is an exchange of hearts and devotion and seva. Guru serving disciple, disciple serving Guru. And together they're serving Radha and Krishna. It's a beautiful combination. It's eternal combination also. It's not temporary of this world. This world comes and goes, this world comes and goes, this body comes and goes. But Atma is eternal, the Guru is eternal. Jami Jami say, Prabhu say, what? Chakshudana Dile Jami Jami Prabhu say. You're my master, I'm your servant. Boss. Forever. No problem. Is there a problem? No. Okay, good. Kushi. Right. Okay, what's going on now? Question. You're raising your hand? Yeah. I thought you were just like being fashionable. Yeah, you're pretty fashionable. I thought you were just, maybe I thought you got a new ring or something. I thought you had a ring. Where's your ring? I got a new emerald ring. Okay. Do tell.
I forgot my question. One time, I don't know, many years ago, I was on your satsang, and you were speaking about Radharani's smile. You was describing it, and you said that flowers in the earth is like a reflection of this smile. I don't know, maybe I confused. Can you please tell about Radharani's smile and connection also with flowers, if there is any.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, I don't, of course, remember that lecture, but some lecture was about Radharani's smile and talking about flowers. What comes to mind, most prominent in my mind, is that Srila Prabhupada said, because when devotees was in Los Angeles, they offered many nice flowers to Rukmini Dwarkadish. And Prabhupada said, you should know, you should understand that flowers are the smiles of Krishna. Maybe I said that, and somehow I was talking about Radharani, and I mentioned that point, and you put them all together in your memory banks. Because Radharani's smile on Shastra is compared to Kunda flowers and this row of pearls and all that kind of thing. You know, I was just reading in Govinda Lilamrita why the Creator gave Radharani lips. It said the Creator gave beautiful red lips to Radharani because if he didn't give her lips, her smile would destroy the sun planet. No, her smile would destroy the moon planet. So bright, so bright, so bright, and so beautiful, so soothing. So to cover that smile, the Creator gave her lips. Because her smile is like moonbeams, you know, like more cooling and beautiful than row of moonbeams, row of full moons. I can't say, but we want to see that smile. That's the main thing. It's an interesting point you brought up, because there's a book by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, a small book called Rupa Chintamani, very small. It's in my heart chanting. He talks about meditating on, it's called Rup Dhyan. It's called Rupa Chintamani. He's meditating on the forms of Radha and Krishna. And most when they describe meditating on Vishnu's, when they describe meditating on the form of Radha and Krishna or Narayan, Lakshmi, etc., Sitaram, all descriptions in Puranas and Shastras, they always talk about start meditation by meditating on the feet. Charan Dhyan, meditating on the feet of Narayan, Ramchandra, Vishnu. But Rupa Chintamani by Vishwanath Chakravarti, he describes, he said, in the first slokas, he says, now I want you to meditate for all time, I want you to fix in your mind, from now for eternal time, the beautiful, sparkling, gentle, sweet smile of Radharani. So he has, and he starts to staying with Krishna. The meditation starts by meditating from the top down, rather than the bottom up. From the feet to the head, from the smile to the feet. So he minutely describes meditating on Krishna's form, Radharani's form, by starting by meditating on the smile. The smile is the most impressionable part of a person. The smile. There's this person smiles. Some people don't smile. Okay, Raja. Thank you for your your question. I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember the details. Must have been a fun lecture. It's nice you're remembering it. It's nice to have a memory like that. Remember a class and Radharani's smile. We may have a lot of bad memories stored up in our memory banks, but having nice memories like that is good. Good brain, good mind. Questions?
can please speak about Makara Kundala? What is the significance and how they shape? Means both Radharani and Krishna, they wear Makara Kundala.
Makara Kundala. Radharani wears Makara Kundala. Krishna wears Makara Kundala. Generally, we read that Krishna wears Makara Kundala. Radharani wears Makar designs drawn on her cheeks. Her cheeks are on the top of her breasts also, on the upper curve of her breasts. Sakhimanji will draw Makar. They say Makar is the Vahan of Cupid, Kandarpa, the god of amorous, the god of Eros, the god of amorous love, Kandarpa. Kandarpa, in English they say Cupid. So Krishna is a transcendental Kamadev. So he has to have a symbol of Kamadev. Kamadev means the god of lust, the god of lust, the god of desire. And he rides on a Makar. Makar is like a crocodile, porpoise, crocodile, different combination thing. Some kind of sea creature. There's pictures on the internet, you can see pictures of Makar and stuff. And so Krishna wears those to show that he conquered Kamadev. It's like if you conquer some king, the king has a flag on above his palace with a symbol of his tribe, of his gotra. So you conquer that king, you take down his flag and put up your flag. It's my kingdom now. So Krishna wears Makar Kundala to show that if someone serves Krishna and surrenders to Krishna, he can conquer Kamadev. Because Krishna conquered him, so he took his. If I defeat you, if I beat you up, I steal your Ferrari. So Krishna defeated Kamadev, so he took his carrier and his symbol by wearing his Makar Kundala earrings. Cupid can't affect you anymore if you're thinking of Krishna. It says that when the gopis also wear Makar Kundala they also sometimes describe Radharani wears Kundala. Because it says when Krishna played the Vamshi, they call it Gopishwara Rasa dance. It explains in the Bhagavatam, the gopis Makar Kundala were swinging back and forth. Because you have these earrings hanging down. You're running down the footpath, they're going to swing. So the Acharyas say, why were these earrings swinging? So someone says the gopis' earrings were swinging because they're running. You run. Then this Acharya says, no, it's not because of that. The Makar Kundala of the gopis are not swinging because of running. They're swinging because of Makar. Makar is Cupid, and Cupid's afraid of Shiva. Because Shiva burned Cupid to ashes. He became known as Kameshwar Mahadev Ki.
Jai.
On Friday, we're going to take darshan on Kameshwar. Jai Ho. Makar Kundala Ki Jai. We're going to have lunch, we're going to have breakfast and lunch and Bhojan Thali. Bhojan Thali. A yatra, go ahead, I have a yatra. So, this Acharya made a comment and said, the gopis' earrings are not swinging because of running, they're swinging because of Krishna's flute playing. Why is that? Because Krishna is playing the Vamshi. And Vamshi is a combination of two words, Shi and Vam. Shivam. Vamshi is Shivam. Because Sanskrit, you can make it go backwards or forwards. Vamshi becomes Shivam. So when the earrings on the Radharani hear the Vamshi, they think Shiva is going to burn them up to ashes. So they start trembling in fear. So the earrings on the gopis are shaking, not because they're running, because they're trembling in fear that Shiva is going to burn them up. The Vamshi becomes Shiva. So this is the Rasijan, the Acharyas, the comments on Pancham Gita. I heard from my teacher. I told you before, but it's really cool. Vamshi becomes Shiva. He burned me to ashes, he's going to burn me again. So that's your Makara. What's on the bottom of Radharani's right foot?
There is eating.
A Makara.
Fish.
Makara. It's not a machli, it's a Makara. It's on the bottom of Krishna's left foot. Makara. Okay, questions? Questions, answers, doubts. Pranava. Pranava? No. What's your name? I forget. What's your name again? Yeah. Prabhavishnu, yeah. There's a guy who was just here who was the disciples of my old student named Pranava from Bombay. Yeah, he has disciples. Prabhavishnu. When do you get married?
2020.
2020? I didn't even know. Wow, great. Great fun. Good work. No problem. Questions? That's all.
What to do in case one by mistake go on Govardhan Hill during Govardhan Parikrama? What to do to remediate to this apparat?
What to do? What?
What to do in case one going to Govardhan Parikrama by mistake go on step on Giriraj. So what to do?
How do you go mistake step on Giriraj?
Yes, if one by mistake step on Giriraj because of the wrong way on Govardhan Parikrama, what to do to?
And they went behind on your village, walked on Govardhan Hill. Yeah, that's about 5 years ago or 6 years ago. Bulldozer went behind on your village and went right across Govardhan, made a big road there. Now everybody goes that way in Brickman. It's a big apparat.
Yes.
Everyone's walking on Govardhan Hill. After you go you go through Dangati and we'll go straight. And then you're supposed to come out to the left to go on the road, walk through on your village. But the pathway is going to the right. It goes right up Govardhan Hill.
Yes.
And when you're walking on the path, you'll see it on your left-hand side, it's going like this. It's slowing down. It's come with a bulldozer. I've been going on Guru Parikramah since 1977, so I know what I'm talking about. They cut a whole big path there. It's 6 feet wide, right across Govardhan Hill, behind your village. And everybody's going that way now. Thousands of lakhs of people every day are making aparad like anything. So what to do? We just beg, because bhakti, there's no atonement. You just beg Krishna forgive you. That's all. Don't do it again. That's all. It's not fasting and all that. That doesn't work in bhakti. There's no atonement. It's just we don't have prayaschitta in bhakti. We just keep doing bhakti. We have to be sorrowful and be repentive and beg forgiveness and keep going doing bhakti. No, it's not you start beat yourself over the head with a rock or something. You should do it. No, it's bhakti. Just chant, do more bhakti, that's all. And beg your others forgiveness. I tell other people about it too, so they don't do it. So huge aparad going on now. Lakhs of people every day going around. Rajam, over, Beta, come out here. Play a room, Uber, Jaggy. Eat her out. Okay. Questions? Quiet bunch. Any questions? Internet question?
No question.
Which one?
What's the time?
15 more minutes.
4:44.
Okay.
If there is this relaxing attitude comes because bhakti is just an attitude and it's not about rules and regulations, so the relaxed attitude comes, no need to follow rules and keeping count for doing bhakti and so how to get out of how to know the importance of doing sadhana bhakti, how to understand this.
Question is, why do we do regulated sadhana bhakti? Because the tendency is, because Kali Yuga, Kalo Sudra Sambhava, most people have the characteristic of Sudras. Sudra means lazy, lack of determination, lack of enthusiasm, people are very lazy and unmotivated. So what is the need, what's the necessity for to regulated sadhana? The term that's used in Shastra to describe daily practices is called sadhana abhyas. Abhyas means daily practices we do every day. Because what happens is by daily practice, one gets power. Gets power of mind control. Because the mind is always restless, always chanchala himana Krishna pramati balavandrita. Says in 6th chapter Gita, the mind is very restless and chanchala, like a monkey, jumping here and there. So we do regulated thing. Every day we chant a fixed number of rounds, read Shastra a fixed amount of time to regulate and control the mind. So the mind has to be controlled. Everywhere in yoga, mind control is always described. Because if the mind is not controlled, it can't be fixed on Krishna. So we have to make the mind strong by regulated practice. So the Shastras describe that by doing something in a regulated way, habit becomes second nature. Even all the books of psychology, modern books of psychology, they talk about habit forming. If you want to make a new habit, you have to establish what the habit is. You have to practice that new thing every day without fail for 30 days. Psychologists have discovered if you do it every day for 30 days without fail, you'll establish a new habit. For example, you know the greatest time to do bhajan is 3:30 in the morning until 7 a.m. This is told everywhere in Yoga Shastra and anywhere in psychology. That's the Vata Prakruti time from 3 to 7. It's a time for meditation, for yoga asana, and all kinds of higher subject activities, 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. So try for 1 month without fail, every 30 days without fail, you have it at 3 o'clock, and you'll see 1 month will become 2 months, 3 months will go on. So that means you have mastery over the senses by exercising abhyas. By utilizing the principle of daily practice, it creates power, it creates cumulative power. Daily practice 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Creates cumulative power which controls the mind and enables you to fix your mind on Krishna. Whole purpose of abhyas is to control the mind so you can fix it on Krishna. If you're just whimsical and following the whims and dictation of your mind, I don't feel like doing it, I'm not tired today, I won't do it. It's too cold, it's too hot. My belly hurts, my head hurts. Forget it, that's the whole idea. Because yoga abhyas is to transcend the body, to come to Brahmasmi. I'm Brahma, I'm spiritual personality, I'm not this body. So how do you get that realization where it becomes your reality? By yoga abhyas. If you don't do yoga, you don't do daily regulated practice, you'll never get this reality, experience this reality. You'll always be floundering, going in and out of bodily concept of life, your life after life. You have to become transcendental. The way to become transcendental is to utilize this material vehicle called the body by regulated sadhana, which is called abhyas. Sankhya Purvaka Namaka. Counting. Sankhya means counting. Sankhya Nam, Sankhya Java Nam, Sankhya Puja, Sankhya prayers, Sankhya say everything counting every day. And it builds up momentum, it builds up power over time. You get Vag Siddhi, you get power, whatever you say will come true just by doing a yoga abhyas. One abhyas is, I'm going to take a vow not to tell a lie for 1 year. That's a really big vow. You take, I'm not going to tell the truth every second, every time. And you do that, you get some power. You get the power that whatever you say will come true. These are told in Shastra. These are statements of rishis and acharyas and Bhagavan himself. So if you want to attain something transcendental, you want mukti and liberation and to see God, you have to do yoga abhyas. It's not just a free for all. If it feels good, do it. Our motto is, if it feels bad, do it. 555. You should enroll in my 555 club. $108 membership fee. Submit it to my treasurer, Shiva Mishra. Once you submit the fee, we'll give you the key. Give you the 555 key, then you go with the program. What is the 555 club? Mystery. Pay your fees, you'll find it. Dollars only, no rupees, please. Dollars, greenbacks, cash. So I quiz on you. I say, "You doing a 555 every day?" No. Yeah. Guys are fired up. They're 100 yards away, but their voices are so high they carry for 5 miles. High-pitched voice. Like radar voices are buying. Question. Oh. Questions. Okay. Jaya Radhe Sham. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Okay, no more questions?
I didn't get that 555. What's
It's a secret, man.
Jesus.
Hey, we'll let the secret out. I'll tell you in a second. Let's see some new faces coming here. See. This is, oh, wow. Who's that?
Madan.
Hansa Avatar.
Sandra.
Hansa Sangha. There are only 10 minutes more left class, man. It's 3 to 5.
5 minutes.
5 minutes? 5 minutes. What's your question? You read that book?
I'm reading. Yeah. Reading.
Did you look at that article?
Yeah.
Internet Harinam is now Diksha?
Oh no, I didn't look it up. I was just reading the book.
Look that one up. That'll knock you out. Harinam is not Diksha. Type in Google. An article will come up. Anyway, someone asked me a question, what's the 555 Club? 555 Club. This is a club to get this purpose of this club, the mission statement of this club is to get the mercy of Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami offered 3,000 Dandavat obeisances every day, 2,000 to Vaishnavas and 1,000 to Krishna. So he set the example of humility, submission. So when we lie on the ground, Dandavats, men lie on their belly, women lie on their side like this, you know. Women don't lie on their belly, they lie on the side, like that. Or the right side, left side. So when we do that physical posture of lying on the ground like a stick on the ground, Dandavat, that's the expression of humility and submission to Bhagavan. It's very good. So we have the 555 Club to try to pick up some humility in our life. Shinada peace Nichena. We're trying to realize this verse by showing humble submission to Guru, humble submission to Brajadam, humble submission to Radha Krishna. So every day the disciples offer 5 Dandavat to Diksha Guru. In your case, Puja Shripad Gopal Krishna Maharaj. 5 Dandavats. Then 5 Dandavats to Brajadam. And 5 Dandavats to your Ishtadevata. If you have Murti, Radha Krishna, or Giriraj, whatever, whoever your Radha Parthasarthi, whoever your Ishtadevata is, over 5 Dandavats. That's called the 5-5 Club. And you do it every day, whether you're sick or not sick, or good or bad, or whatever. So it's very good practice. I'm 73 years old, and I've been doing it for 4 or 5 years. So, you can't say I'm too old. Das Goswami did every day of his life. He lived to be about 80 years old, I think. He says that the regulative principles of Das Goswami were so strict. He was so strict in his abhyas, they're like lines drawn in a stone. This is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Like sometimes you go over the Himalayas, you see a black stone has a white line in it, or a yellow line, some line. Some other stone mixed up, 2 stones. You can't, a line in stone, you can't take it out. You can't remove it, you can't erase it, you can't wash it out. So that's how strict his principles were. So we should become like the 6 Goswamis. They're all manjaris. They're showing that Seva Sadhaka, we have to follow them in the Sadhaka Rupa of Das Goswami. We follow Tulsi Manjari Siddha Rupa. I'm not trying to torture anyone, I'm trying to liberate everyone. Liberate everyone, send everyone to the land of love. Golokadam, Vrindavan is the land of love. So you have to, no pain, no gain. So that's to be a little work, daily work. So that's the 555 Club. There's no membership fee. This is a joke. If you want to get into it, it's a nice thing. You do it for a week, you'll see how you feel. It's physically good for health and spiritually good also. I think we have a little prasad to give to everyone. Thank you for your attention. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe, Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe, Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe.